All right, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. So, for today, we will continue our discussion with data management. And for today, our focus is the percentile and the normal distribution. Okay? So let's start our discussion. Since during this course of video, meron ako mga problem na ipapasolve and then you have to answer those questions and kailangan mailagay nyo yung answers doon sa ating comment section, then write your name in section. That will serve as your attendance for today. All right, let's go. Let's start our discussion with percentiles. So percentile is a measure used in statistics indicating the value below which is given percentage of observations in a group of observations fall. Kumbaga dito tinitingnan sa percentile, pang ilan yung value na nakuha mo beyond dun sa mga value na nandoon sa given set. Kumbaga, pag sinabi dito, for example, you're in the 90th percentile, ganun kataas yung ranking mo. There are 90% of people na mas mataas yung score mo other than do sa 90% of the people on the population or on the sample. So, madalas ginagamit to for the entrance examination para malaman nasa pang ilang percentile ka in terms of the um, number of students na nag-take dun sa same exam. Okay? So, the formula for the percentile is the number of values below x over the total number of values multiplied by 100. Let's have an example. Here, we have a problem. The scores of students 40, 45, 49, 53, 61, 65, 71, 70, 85, and 91. What is the percentile of score 71? Okay? So this is 71. What is the percentile score of the number 71? First solution is find the number of scores below 71. So the number of scores are 65, 61, 53, 49, and 45, and 40, wherein there are 6 number of values. And then the total number of scores is 10. So the formula per percentile of 71 is 6 over 10 times 100. It's 60 percentile. Okay? So if we are going to get the percentile of the number 85, the solution would be how many numbers under 85 or values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 over 10 times 100 is equals to 0.8 times 100. The answer is 80 percentile. 80th percentile. Okay? Any question with that? Napakadali lang, no? Okay, so the first question for you to answer in our comment section, what is the percentile of the value if we are going to add a value, another value of one student? For example, a student got a grade of 63. So what is the percentile? Yan, nawala. Ayan, okay? So what is the value or what is the percentile of the number 63 if we are going to add yung value score ng another additional student na to? Okay, write down or comment your answer in the comment section. Okay, are we clear? It's very easy lang, no? Okay tayo dito? Let's now move on with the next one. So we were going to discuss the normal distribution. So the normal distribution is defined as the continuous frequency of distribution of infinite range. So the normal distribution is a descriptive model that describes real-world situation. So many dependent variables are commonly assumed to be normally distributed in the population. If a variable is approximately normally distributed, we can make inferences about values of that variable. So the characteristics of normal distribution, it is a bell shape in nature. Same so with this is a bell shape problem or in structure. So in normal distribution, this shows the value of the mean, the median, and the mode. If the values are normally distributed, ibig sabihin talagang the symmetry between the right and the left values are the same, we can find all the mean, pinagsama yung tatlo, the mean, the median, and the mode at the center of our bell curve. If there's a 50% symmetry between the right and the left value. Okay? Now, if the curve is asymptotic to the x-axis, the total area under the curve above the axis is 1 or 100%. So, ibig sabihin, all the value between this and this is equal to 100%. Because it is the probability. Sa normal distribution kasi, dito natin makikita on what percentage or the probability that our value will fall on this side or on this side or on this side or on this side. So normally ganun yung ginagamit natin for normal distribution. We are going to find the probability magsulat. Again, the probability of the value if it will fall on different side of our bell curve. Okay? So in empirical rule, if you're familiar with the term sigma, so this shows the sigma value or the probability if our sigma will fall to the standard deviation of 1, 2, and 3. So there will be 99.7%. Normally kasi sa statistics ginagamit talaga siya yung this empirical rule. To further discuss this, so the empirical rule, standard deviation, tama nga. The empirical rule, this one states that a perfectly normal distribution, nearly all data falls with 3 standard deviation of the mean. So the 6 to 8%, baliktad pala ako, I'm really sorry about that. If the standard deviation will fall to plus minus 1, burahin natin to. If the standard deviation will fall to plus minus 1, the probability of the data will be 68%. So 34% on each side. So this one is 34 and this one is 34. If the standard deviation is positive negative 2, there will be 95% probability that the value will be fall on the positive and negative 2 standard deviation of the mean. And if the standard 99.7% of the data will fall on the positive negative 3. So kumbaga, parang if you put a lower and higher limit dito sa value natin, for example, this is our value of 0 and this is 5 and this is negative 5, for example, 68% of the data will fall from negative 5 to 5 if the standard deviation is positive and negative 1. But, for example, this one is 10, negative 10, and positive 15. If the standard deviation is positive negative 2, 95% of the data will fall between negative 10 and positive 10. And if the value of this one will be negative 15 and positive 15, if the standard deviation is positive negative 3, 99.7% of the data will fall between negative 15 and positive 15. Okay? Next. So the formula for standard deviation, to find the z-score, it is z is equals to x, or the mean, or the number, or the value, minus the mean, or mu, over standard deviation. Okay? Again, it's, nahirap gamitin na itong ano. It's z is equals to x minus mu over standard deviation. Let's try some example. Yan na naman. Okay, let's have some example of this. Probabilities are depicted by areas under the curve. So as you can see here, the total areas under curve is 1. The area in the red is equivalent to P. Z-score is greater than 1, and the area in the value is equal to, let's just skip this one para mas maintindihan natin. Okay, let's have this example. Finding the areas under the normal curve, find the area to the right of z is equals to 1.25 and z is equals to negative 0.34. Imagine that we have a bell curve. So imagine we have a bell curve, and then we are going to find the value at the right. For example, this in the middle is value is 0. So let's try this one. Find the area to the right of 1.25. So ibig sabihin, the value to the right of 0 is 1.25. Hahanapin daw natin yung probability that will fall the value on the right side of 1.25. Nasaan ba yung right side ng 1.25? So this area. So we are going to get the probability that the value will fall under or right of the 1.25 z value. Puntahan natin yung table of the normal distribution. Let's check the table of the normal distribution. So this is the positive z table. Okay, again, the z value or the z-score na kailangan nating hanapin, it's 1.25. And if we are going to check our data table or z table, 1.25 falls. So this is 1.2, and the second value nung z-score natin is magbe-base dun sa nasa taas. So it's 1.2 and 0.5. So the answer is 0.89435. Kita? Kita nyo? So it's 1.2 and yung 0.05, ang nasa sa intersection nila is 0.89435. So it means that the probability that it will fall from this side to this side of 1.25 is, again, anong value natin? 0.89435. So that's 0.89435. So to get the value nung nasa right side ng z na 1.25, kukunin lang natin, syempre, this whole normal distribution is equivalent to 1. So that's 1 minus 0.89435. The answer will be, tayo ng calcu, 1 minus 0.89435. The answer is 1. Sorry. Nabubura siya. Again, sorry. Drawing natin. 1.25. So that's the value of this is yung hahanapin natin again. So the value of 1.25 is in the normal distribution table, it's 0.89435. This is 9. So since this normal distribution is equivalent to 1, we are going to deduct the 1 to 0.89435. The answer will be 10.10 10565, and then we'll convert it to percentage. The answer will be 10.57% of the value will fall more than on the right of 1.25. Okay? Okay, let's try again. Let's try another one. If the z-score is negative, imagine again, this is our zero value. The z-score that we are going to find is the negative 0.34. We are going to look again the normal distribution table. Wait lang ha. Hanapin ko lang yung table. Wala. So again, sige, nakita ko na. So since the value of our z-score is negative, we will use the negative, para mas madali kasi, so we will use the negative z-table, standard distribution. The negative z-score for standard distribution. Ito may positive at negative na rin siya. Maybe ito na lang gamitin natin. So if the value is 0.34, so this is negative 0.3, and the 0.04 is on this one, so we are to get the intersection of the two. The answer will be 0.36693. 0.36693. So again, if the value is 0.36693, ibig sabihin, ito yung value mula sa negative 0.34 pababa sa side na to. So since ang question natin is find the value or the probability that the value will fall on the right, ito yung hahanapin natin. So again, we're going to deduct the 0.36693 to 1, which is, sabi nga, 1 is the value ng ating ranges sa normal distribution. So that's 1 minus 0.36693. The answer is, sagot dito. The answer is 0.63307. Convert it into percentage. So the probability is 63 multiplied by 100, 0.31%. Means that the probability that the value will fall on this side, on the right side of negative 0.34 is 63.31%. And the value in the probability that the value will fall more than on the right side of 1.25 z-score is 10.57. Question with that? Wala. So with that, try to answer this problem. Find the probability or the area to the left of 0.33 and negative 0.21. So your answer, write your answer in our comment section. So this one, baliktad yung gagawin nyo. In a normal distribution, that the value is 0.33, find the probability or the area on the left. So on this side, what is the probability that the value will fall on this side? And again, same with the other value, which is negative 0.21. Find the area to the left. Hahanapin niyo naman ang value to the right or the area to the right of the 0.21 z-score. Okay? So you have, this is your third number. Write your answer in our comment section with your name and section. Question? Just email me the question. Now, these are another example. Find the area between negative 0.24 and z is 1.23. So let's try this one. Find the area of z-score of negative and 1.23. So, ibig sabihin, if we are going to draw, mas maganda kasi nag-draw tayo ng bell curve dito eh. Saan yung sulatan? Wala. Okay. Wala yung sulatan natin. Yan. Okay, mas maganda kasi nagdodraw lagi tayo dito ng bell curve. Okay? Imagine again, our bell curve on the center is 0. Find the area between negative 0.24 and 1.23. So, ibig sabihin between, ano yung value or area sa pagitan nitong dalawang ito. Okay? So, now, again, let's get the probability ng ating z-score of negative 0.24. Check natin yung ating distribution table. So, that's negative 0.24. Negative 0.24. The value is 0.40517. It is the intersection of negative 0.2 and negative 0.004. So, 0.40517. So, that's 0.401. Sorry. 405. So, that's 0.40517. That is the value of this side. Okay tayo doon? Okay, now. Let's get the value naman of the z-score 1.23. Let's check again. Hirap talaga pag online class. Pa-share-share na lang tayo. So that's 1.23. Our value is 1.2 and the second value is 3. So it is 1.3, 0.90824. Tama ba? Tama. 0. Ay, sorry. Wait lang, double check natin. Ay, mali dito sa C-score na to. So, yung negative na lang yung ano natin dyan. I will just give you the exact na table na gagamitin natin. So, that's 1.23. The value is 1.2. And the 0.03 is 0.89065. 0.89065. So, the value 0.89065. So, ibig sabihin, it is the value of 1.23 pababa. So, from this side, pababa ng ating bell curve. So, how to get the area between the two? Anong gagawin natin? We have to deduct the 8.9, which is this is our 8.9, tama? And this is our 0.04157. So, para makuha yung area nita sa pagitan nila, we are going to deduct 0.89065 minus 0.40517. So, the answer or the area between the two, it's 0.4855. Apat na decimal na lang kinuha ko. Tama ba? 0.89065 minus 0.450. Ulit. 0.89065 minus 0.40517. The answer is 0.48548. So, inano ko na lang siya as 4.55. Multiply by my 100. The answer is 48.55% is the area between the two. Okay? Ganun lang. So, the next problem is for you to answer. Find the area between 0.15 and 2.04 and negative 0.15 to negative 2.02. The answer must be commented in our comment section. So try to answer it. Okay? Okay, last one. Last problem. The applications of the normal distribution. So, example, DGP University conducts placement examination to all incoming freshmen. The examination scores of the 1,000 examinees last semester were approximately normally distributed with a mean of 80. And the standard deviation is 5. What is the probability that the randomly chosen student got a score of below 70, 82 or above 82, or between 75 and 90. So, if we are going to graph this one, so this is our bell curve. Ang mean daw natin ay 80. So, we are going to find the probability that the chosen student score is below 70. Ibig sabihin, what is the probability na mas mababa 70? So, ito yung part na yon. Or above 82. So, on this side, 82, ibig sabihin ng above is nandito sa side na to. And then, it's between 75 and 90. Ibig sabihin, if you're going to draw a bell curve, our mean is 80. What is the probability na yung score natin is from 75 to 90? So, kukunin naman natin itong area na to. Okay, so we have 3. Now, let's get the z-score. Again, the formula of our z-score, it's the formula of our z-score, it's x minus mean, sorry. Burayin natin ito saglit. Let's try ano yung ano. Para hindi tayo mahirapan. Okay. So again, the formula of our z is equals to x minus mean over standard deviation. Balikan natin. Our mean is 80 and our standard deviation is 5. First, we get the z value of below 70. So the z is equals to 70 minus mean of 80 over 5. The z-score of below 70 is negative 10 over 5. The answer is negative 2. So if you're going to graph this one, this is our z-score of below 70. The z is 0. Negative. Mali. So the z is negative 2. Now we are going to look the z value. Sige, kayo nang bahala tumingin ng z value. Hindi na ako ano. So the z value of negative 2 what is the value of negative 2? It's 0.0228. So the value of negative 2 is 0.0288. 228 pala, sorry. Let's erase this one. The value is 0.0228. It means yun yung value ng side na to. Again, the question is what is the probability that the chosen student score is below 70? It means ito yung 70 natin at yung score na below 70 is also on this side. So, ibig sabihin, the value or the percentage or the probability that the chosen student is below 70, yung score, is ito na rin yung value natin. So, to get the percentage or the probability, multiply it by 100, the answer will be 2.28%. So, the probability that the score of the student is below 70 is 2.28%. Okay? Next, the second question, above 82. So if we are going to draw a bell curve again, pasensya na sa drawing. Sorry. So again, let's draw first. So this is 80. We are going to find the value of more than, the probability that the chosen student score is more than 82. Again, let's get the Z score. The Z value is the X, which is 82. Minus 80 over the standard deviation of 5. So that's 2 over 5. The answer is 0.4. And then to get the z-score or the z-value of 0.4, again, we have to check the table, our table. We can get the value of 0.4 to value, wait lang kung natin. 0.4 is 0.65542. So this is 0.65542. Going back to our normal curve distribution. So this is our 82, the z-score of 0.4. There's a probability that the score is below 82 or less on this side is 0.65542. Again, the question is, what is the probability that the value is on this side more than 82? So again, we are going to deduct to 1 minus 0.65542. The answer is 0.34458 multiplied by 100 to get the percentage. The answer is 34.46%. Again, yung sa mga z-values, z-scores natin, pag mga ganun talaga one tilt or dun sa normal distribution natin, yung nakukuha natin z-score is the value coming or for example, yung score natin kanina na 70. Yung nakukuha natin na value na z-score sa ating normal distribution table is on the left side. That's why, kung ano yung lumabas doon sa table natin, yun na rin yung kinukuha natin percentage. Pero, kapag ang problem natin is more than 80, for example, more than 82, and ang nakuha natin na z-score is 0.65542, this represents all the values on the left side. Since ang problem natin is above 82, itong part na to, we are going to deduct 1 to our value of 0.65542. That's why our answer is 34.46%. And lastly, it's between 675 and 90. Let's draw again a normal distribution curve. Our mean is 80. Find the value or the probability that the score will fall to 75 to 90. Again, ang hanapin natin na value is on this area. Let's find the z-score of both value. Z is equals to 75 minus 80, our mean, over 5. The answer is negative 1. So it's negative 5 over 5. The value of z is negative 1. Another z value for 90. Z is equals to 90 minus 80 over 5. Our z-score is 2. Let's get the value or the percentage in our normal distribution table. Z-score of 2 is equal to 0.97725. And the value of negative 1 in our normal distribution table is 0.15886. 0.15586. Again, yung negative 1 natin represents the value on the left side of our 75. And the 2 or the 0.97725 represents all the values on the left side of our 90, which is this one on this side, papunta sa side na to. So to get the value between, or the probability or the area between 90 and 75, same with our problem kanina, we are going to deduct 0.97725 minus the probability of 0.155. Yan, nabura. So, ulit. Hindi pala siya na ako, Control Z. Diba? Oh, hindi. So again, you use explanation, but just to compute the 0.97725, pause nyo na lang sa part na yon para makita nyo. So that's 0.97725 minus 0.15866. So the probability or the area between the two value, it's 0.97725 minus 0.1588866. The answer is 0.81859. Multiply it by 100 to get the percentage. The answer would be 81.86%. So that is the area between 75 and 90. Any question? Pwede kayo magtanong sa akin or research more problems in the internet. Okay? Try to learn it using this video and other references. So with that, using the same problem, answer this 2 or 3. How many got scores below 75, 87? Above 77, ito already done this one eh. So try to answer how many are the area below 87 and above 77. Okay? So that's your assignment for today. You have 5 problems. First is find the percentile of the value 63 if added to the set of scores of the students. Then find the area on the left side of 0.33 and negative 0.21. Find the area between these two. And lastly, find the area. Wala na. Find the area between, using the same problem, find the area of the scores below 87 and above 77. Okay? So to record your attendance, comment down your answer in our comment section with your name and section. Okay? So that would be all for today, guys. Thank you for listening and watching until the end of this video. Bye-bye. Pagod na ako. Hindi ko alam kung may manonood na sa mga